So I'm sitting here with Seane Korn from Off the Mat Into the World. Thank you so much, Seane, for taking the time to sit down with me today.
You're so welcome. I'm happy to be here always.
We are here in the Huffington Post Oasis, which is a partnership between the Huffington Post and Off the Mat Into the World. Tell us more about it.
This came to be because 4 years ago, Ariana and I did it at the convention in Denver as an experiment, just to even see if the politicians or the delegates would be interested in coming to a place where there would be a respite, a place to unwind, and it was hugely successful. And we saw the impact that it was having on some of the people there. I remember one woman would come in every day. She was super high-powered, can't name names, but I knew who she was, and she would come in, do her yoga with me, and then just start to cry. And then after the yoga was over, she'd fluff up her hair and go on to her sessions. And every day it was the same thing. She would come to do yoga with me and cry. And she told me later that she needed to do this because the environment was so stressful that she was feeling like she was making decisions that were becoming very reactionary and impulsive, and she needed a place to be able to purge the feelings. She didn't use these words, but I paraphrase for her because I got what she was saying, without any shame or discomfort, in an environment that really supported that kind of healing, and then go and do her job. And to me, that was for me the successful moment of the Oasis, and it's why we were doing this, so that people can feel safe to turn in. And so we wanted to do it again, but this time I wanted to do it, and Ariana felt the same way, that if we were going to do it at the DNC, we needed to do it at the RNC too, because this offering was not political. And regardless of what perhaps our own political interests are, it was important to represent that these modalities can be available to all people. And Off the Mat Into the World makes yoga available into all sorts of different environments. Overseas, here in the United States, with marginalized communities, but there seems to be a little bit of a prejudice against rich white privilege, and I can completely understand that, especially having done work in Occupy and some of the conversations that we've had in the past. But at the same time, if I was going to perpetuate that part of my own brain that says, well, anyone but them, or like they don't, they're privileged, why they shouldn't get yoga. How dare I? Everyone, black, white, straight, gay, Jewish, Christian, you name it, deserves yoga across the board. And that if there was any part of me that had a prejudice or a block, then it was important for me to even more so go there. And going to the RNC was very important to us, and it was an amazing experience. And we brought yoga to some wonderful, amazing people. We brought yoga to people who I don't particularly love their politics or their belief system, but we brought yoga there. Will it have an impact? I don't know. Is it my business? Probably not. But it is my job to provide the offering, the seed, and then get out of Dodge, and whatever's meant to be is meant to be. And I feel a very strong responsibility. And so the RNC was incredibly successful. I know, being here at the DNC, today's day number 1, and the DNC hasn't even begun yet, and it's already, slammed. I think it's going to be a very positive environment, and I look forward to seeing what unfolds.